Welcome. In this episode, we'll talk about writing affidavits, how to write a powerful and effective affidavit. As you know, in all of your court cases within child support, writing an affidavit is one of the most important skills. Without this, you have no way of challenging the court. Affidavit is one of those tools that you must learn. You have to learn, and in order to write an effective and powerful affidavit, you need to understand the components, and we'll cover that in this session. So what is an affidavit? An affidavit is a written declaration sworn to or confirmed by a notary public or any other authority under oath, or what is called an oath taker. An affiant is the individual who makes the assertion within the declaration. So an affidavit then, therefore, is deemed as hearsay statements, but it's admissible in court as well as part of what is called the evidence process. But it also could be used for a variety of purposes, such as you can write affidavits for power of attorney, such as affidavits for divorce, lawsuits, wills, and probates. So here's a sample of an affidavit. Again, this is the heading, a sample heading for your court case. But to begin an affidavit, you start off with the statements called duly sworn or affirmed under penalty of perjury. This is very important. This part of an affidavit must be there. And no, we are not talking about a financial affidavit. That's a different document, and we will do a video on that at a later date. This is more of, we're talking about an affidavit. Now, I've said that an affidavit is very important. If you've learned no other skill in terms of challenging your child support for the courts, is that you must learn how to write effective affidavits. So here's the question. Can your attorney file affidavits for you and record that in your court case? That is, can the attorney write your affidavit for you? Well, you can dictate your affidavit to the attorney, and of course his staff or his paralegal will write it for you, but you still must know that. And the case law is called Trinzi versus Pagliaro. That's the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. And it reads that statements of counsel in their briefs or arguments, while enlightening to the courts, are not sufficient to grant either a motion to dismiss or a summary judgment. That is, if you want your case to be dismissed in child support, you have to learn effective ways to write an affidavit. This is very important. If there's one skill, and I'll repeat, if there's one skill you must learn when you're defending yourself, is how to write affidavits. So here's the next quiz question. When are affidavits not required to accompany the documents in a civil or criminal action? In the case of child support, it's both civil and criminal. So the first choice is petition/motion. Number 2, memorandum of law. Number 3, summary judgment. Number 4, judicial notice. So the question is, when are affidavits not required for which instrument you filed in a court? And the answer to that is summary judgment. You are not required to have an affidavit with a summary judgment, but you are required for the other instruments. Hello, my name is Chris, and in this session, we want to bring this very important point to everyone. If you are representing yourself, or even if you're represented by an attorney, writing a powerful and effective affidavit will win or lose your case. As always, we ask for your support. We ask for a donation either via PayPal or Cash App. We ask for a gift of, $25, but anything you can give us, $5 in Cash App, we will take it. Also, if you have any questions or comment either on this video or any of our videos, please feel free to email us. As well as we ask from time to time, please subscribe to our channel, share and like us. So let's start off with affidavit. What exactly is an affidavit and the parts of an affidavit? Well, we're going to go to what is called our masterclass website. That is childsupport.newzenler.com. And we will play a video that describes the components and the parts of an affidavit.
An affidavit is a written declaration sworn or confirmed before a notary public or other authority recognized as an oath taker. The affiant is the individual who makes the assertion within the declaration. Affidavits are deemed as hearsay and they are usually admissible in court as a part of the evidence process.
Affidavits are also utilized in Item 1 Powers of Attorney, Item 2 Financial affidavits in domestic relations lawsuits, and Item 3 Wills in probate court. As a legal document during court procedures, there is a right way to develop an affidavit. Meanwhile, they can be used for a variety of other purposes.
Most affidavits can be completed by any person, but they must be notarized before they are considered valid. In this course we show you the basic 6-step process you'll need to produce to complete your affidavit. Thank you and enjoy the course.
So now that you understand what an affidavit is and the parts are the most important, this always happens. Since affidavit does not contain evidentiary statements, it is not admissible as evidence in a hearing or should be considered by the court for any purposes. And these are usually by the judge or the administrative law judge in child support. Well, I am here to tell you that statement is false. It is a due process violation if a judge tells you that your affidavit cannot be accepted in court. In fact, the rule of law is an affidavit, when properly written, is accepted in every court, whether Article 1 or Article 3. As well as this, if you get a due process violation as a result of your affidavit being rejected, you could move for your case to be dismissed. Yes, this is an error of judges, and in child support, they enjoy dismissing your affidavits, or in essence, they ignore your affidavit. They cannot do that. That is a due process violation, and you can win your case if you can challenge the agency to that. Now, we reach a point where it says the maximum of the law, and that is ignorance of the law is non-defense. As I said, judges say that, well, we are going to reject your affidavit, or we're not going to accept your affidavit. That is wrong. And because the judge doesn't know the law, you can use that to win your case. You can win your case on a due process violation. So why is that? Why are affidavits such strong instruments to learn and strong instruments to write? The reason is this: it's called the Sixth Amendment. That is, the Sixth Amendment says you have a right to attend your own trial, regardless of how your conduct is or how unruly you is. And that's Illinois versus Allen. Many judges, they'd like to say that you are disrupting the court, or you're not. Well, I hate to tell them this, but you have a constitutional right under the Sixth Amendment to be in court regardless of your conduct. And try to hold you in contempt is also another due process violation. So to couple with that, access to the court. The right to access to court is basic in our system of government, and it's well established that it's the fundamental right protected by the Constitution. And this also is repeated in the case law, Ryland versus Shapiro. Why is that? Because an affidavit must be accepted by the clerk of the court. They cannot deny it, and if they return it, you can use that again against them. But an affidavit is one of the most important instruments you could learn to write to submit into your case. Now, when the judge says that we will not accept your affidavit, or you're being disruptive in court, or you insist on the acceptance of your affidavit, they would label you what is called vexatious or belligerent. I did a video on this. someone who represents themselves cannot be vexatious or labeled vexatious or belligerent in court, because the Sixth Amendment guarantees this. And you can watch that video to get a better understanding of why you cannot be, as they call, disruptive in court. So if you want to learn more, we saw the video for the effective affidavit. You can go to our masterclass website, which is childsupport.newzenler.com. Also, our audio is found on your favorite podcast, that is Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. And again, we ask, please support us. We also ask for your subscription, to subscribe to us. Whether you like or dislike us, just subscribe so that we can bring you more information. And if we have, enough people register, we will do a course, a video on how to defeat motion to dismiss. As always, if you have any question on this video or the effects of an affidavit, please feel free to write to us at chrish289@protonmail.com. And of course, we encourage you to share the video, subscribe to the video, as well as understand that we're here to provide you with the information, and we want you to share it with others. So this brings us to the end of what we call writing a powerful and effective affidavit. It is one of the most powerful tools you could learn in order to defeat child support. Thanks. Have a great day.